What it is, everybody? This is your boy Shiver Speaks. Guys, I just saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and let me tell you, it was utter madness, okay? From the very beginning, man, we see the big, fight between America Chavez and, the other Stephen Strange, or we dub him the Evil Strange, going up against, the Darkhold, and it was a pretty back and forth battle, man. With evil Strange, ultimately succumbing to the Darkfold's power, and America escaping, not really having control over her own power. And then we jump to present day where we see Steven going up, having that nightmare, seeing that whole fight happen between Evil Strange, the Darkfold, and America Chavez, right? And so then, we get to, like I said, we go to present day. Steven rises up in a panic. Holy shit. He gets up, we see him get dressed. I'm like, oh, this guy up here dressed like a damn doctor. So I'm thinking he got his job back from being a doctor, right? Nope. Everyone knows that he's a sorcerer supreme. Everyone knows he's a hero. I guess that's the reality, and I think that's the very thing that occurred when he finally reset things after the culmination of Spider-Man No Way Home, Far From Home, and everyone knows that he's Doctor Strange, he's Sorcerer Supreme. And so he goes to Christine's wedding, his ex, her wedding. It turns out her husband to be is a big fan of Doctor Strange, which I can tell right off the rip, she's not a big fan of. Because, again, this is her big day. And once again, she's overshadowed by the elegant, and mesmerizing Stephen Strange, right? So while he's having a drink at the wedding, he goes over to Christine, congratulates her, but you can already tell that obviously he's not really happy. And I think that's the culmination, and I think that's really one of the big themes of the movie is expressing true emotion, true feelings. Because Steve told her, he was like, yo, look, I wish that things worked better between us. I do still think about us. To which Christine said, and if I remember correctly, she says, well, Steve, it just wouldn't work. It was always going to be something to that effect. And even there was this one former doctor, who, when he came back after the blip, he asked Steve, like, was there any other way? And Steve simply told her right before the big battle with the Darkfold trying to get at America Chavez, that was all that he could do, which is true. And so with the big battle with the big octopus slug thing happens, big fucking fight. Wong intervenes because he's a Sorcerer Supreme. Steven no longer is, because after 5 years after the blip, what do you expect, right? And so we get to go to Cosmontage, and where we see all the students training and things like that nature. They're actually at a coffee shop, and America's speaking Spanish. Wong knows Spanish, but Steven doesn't understand a lick of it, right? And and so pretty much you see, they're trying to get down the bottom of it. Like, who the hell are you, kid? Like, where are you coming from? America Chavez has the ability to portal, to jump between different dimensions, right? Multi-dimensions. However, she has no control over her power. Only Steven does, or someone of a Sorcerer Supreme status has the ability to control those set powers. And so I'm thinking they're going to train her and stuff like that. But something happens where they completely get knocked into multiple dimensions. The Scarlet Witch. Steven then goes to Wanda to try to talk to her about it. He can say, hey, look, I got this girl. She's trying to run away from the Darkfold. Wanda already knows about it, but the thing is, what we don't know as movie seers and moviegoers is that the Darkfold has already, taken a kin into releasing the the Scarlet Witch. The Scarlet Witch is under control. Wanda Maximoff is not there. However, the Scarlet Witch is, and we saw that through a multitude of scenes in the entire film. And I gotta tell you guys, this is spoilers, because I'm just like, to see, Wanda, experience that extreme codependency of not being a mother anymore, that trauma, that pain of not being a mother to her sons. I think their names are Billy or Willie and Tom, and that really hit my heart, man. I'm a softie for kids. I have a big heart, a grandiose heart, and I want to be a father one of these days. So I can only imagine, and plus I'm an empath, so I could feel the the emotions so well. It resonated with me. Plus, I was there with my one friend who was going through a similar situation, and so it was a lot of emotion, y'all. It was your boy broke down. I ain't gonna lie. So one of the biggest moments I got from the movie, that stood out to me, is the big fight with the Illuminati. We see Mortal again in the different Earth 838, and we also learned that Stephen, our Stephen Strange and Wong are from Earth 616. So Earth 38, Christine, builds this big high-tech facility where she's now housing Stephen in America because they're multi-dimensionals. They can cause incursions that we learn. We learn that they can cause incursions by staying there too long, right? And so that's when we learn about the Illuminati. We got Reed Richards, we got Bullet Voice or whatever the heck his name is. We got the black, because we got the black Bullet, I believe is his name, the superhero. Then we have the black Ms. Marvel, which I thought was really dope, by the way. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Then we have Captain America. We have Haley Atwell reprising her role as Sharon Carter, but as her Captain America or Captain British, whatever her name is. And then we have Charles Xavier of the original X-Men, Patrick Stewart. Guys, I was floored. I could not believe they finally did it. They finally do it. But then, the Scarlet Witch comes in, and we see also these advanced, robots of Ultron there as well. So that part came out to be true. But then we also see, all of these combinations of, a big fight ensues. You see between the Illuminati. Reed Richards gets turned into Putty, Black Bullet, and I really didn't like the fact that Reed Richards did him like this. He was like, "Yo, Wanda, you better stop right now because our boy Black Bullet right here could literally kill you with his mouth, with one single whisper from his mouth." She goes, "What mouth?" His mouth is disappearing, but then it's like she literally blew his brains out with his own damn power. That was horrifying. And then you have her fighting up against, which is they take out their most two powerfulest people. But then we also, I'm gonna backtrack. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm gonna backtrack real quick. Before that, we learn, because there's a big statue of Stephen Strange, the hero of, 616, the hero of Earth that stopped Thanos. That was a lie. It turns out the 616, correction. The 838, Stephen Strange, got corrupted by the Book of Ashanti. He got too power hungry, too arrogant, right? And so his friends had to put him down because he caused too many incursions. He caused too many worlds to no longer to cease existence. And they had to put him down. You see the emotion on Charles's face because that is one of his good friends. And they kept saying, "Stephen, the biggest threat to the multiverse isn't the Scarlet Witch, it's you." You hear Mordo say that. You hear all these different people say that. Why is that? And it's because Stephen has dealt, and like I said, there's themes in this movie. You deal with self-deception. You deal with trauma. You deal with not letting go. Wishing things were the way that you wanted them to be, codependency, all these different things, so many different themes, from a surface standpoint, psychological surface standpoint, in general, and so this movie, man, was really powerful. I really enjoyed this movie. So there was like a back and forth, and another big moment is, like I said, there was a big one between the Scarlet Witch and all the Illuminati. Charles Xavier, I didn't like how they hold him. I don't like how they did that. Charles Xavier is an extremely powerful mutant, and the fact that she was actually able to outwit this man and actually kill him, was asinine to me. And then the other one that really got me was Ms. Marvel. How the hell did that happen? Ms. Marvel? Now don't be wrong. Ms. Marvel put up an excellent fight. I just think they could have drew it out just a little bit longer. But then they drew out, of course, Captain America's fight scenes, even though it realistically is not realistic at all, because she's a human, she's a super soldier. And she had a jetpack. Really? A jetpack and a shield. And then she goes on to get severed by that same exact freaking shield. Right through the damn gut. I saw that coming a mile away. I'm like, come on now, y'all. But it, nonetheless, it was really entertaining. I really enjoyed it. But I'm just like, those were like my little gripes with it. You know what I'm saying? And then literally, Ms. Marvel gets crushed. She gets smashed by a goddamn statue. And I'm like, come on now, bro. But like I said, those are the only gripes I have with it. And then prior to that, actually, because their first big battle at Cosmotage with the Scarlet Witch, they get knocked. America and Steven get knocked through multiple dimensions fighting with the Scarlet Witch the first time. Because the Scarlet Witch tried to be reasonable. Her patience got thin, and, she had a box at the Cosmotage, Taj Mahal, and so we learned so much about America Chavez. Her moms were actually sucked into a portal, God knows where, but and so like I was saying, you guys, God knows where America's mothers are. All she knows is one day they were hanging out, I think in a meadow or something like that, picking flowers or whatnot. All of a sudden, a bee flew on America's finger, and she got so scared, and her powers got out. And because she can't control them, she's a little child. She opens up a portal, and her moms go in there. So I'm, maybe she'll be able to find her. I'm thinking that we're actually going to see them at the very end of the movie, but that's actually not the case. How the movie actually ended was, we see Scarlet Witch finally come to her senses. America realizes, like, after, Stephen confronts his traumatic self, realizing, like, when are you going to stop the lying? The self-deception, Stephen. You are not happy. Because that's a question that's often asked throughout the movie, and it's very subtle and bold ways. Are you happy? The truth is no. Stephen was not happy because the love of his life was being married to another man, and unfortunately, he could not take Earth 838's Christine with him because it would cause an incursion. However, unfortunately, that's exactly what happened, and wow, because the way it ended was we saw Stephen going outside the sanctuary. They're rebuilding Cosmotage, and all of a sudden we hear that huge electric riff of electric guitar. Stephen falls to the ground, it's like, and then see his third eye open. So I'm really wondering what are we going to be getting into. And then also we see this woman wearing this purple getup saying, Stephen, are you afraid? She opens up a portal, and then there's Dormammu. So I'm wondering what's going to happen now. We see Strange with his third eye now, open, clear as day. Makes me wonder exactly who that woman is, obviously, and why does he have to fight Dormammu again? He was resurrected, I'm pretty sure, during, the whole thing with Spider-Man, so that's probably why he is. And actually, speaking of Spider-Man, it was actually funny to hear them discuss that with America Chavez at the coffee shop. She was like, ew, wait, so he shoots webs out of his butt? And he was like, no, at least I hope not, And so that was a nice little quip right there. With the rest of the movie, I really just enjoyed it. A lot of people said that it was a really slow pace, and it really didn't match together. There was a lot of multiple stranges and whatnot. Not really. There was only like a few of them. A couple of them, actually. It was just that little quote-unquote dark or evil Strange, and then also we see our Stephen Strange, And so, and it was so cool that they included the Illuminati. I just didn't like the way how they hold Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, my boy Charles Xavier. That shit was pretty damn weak. Mordo was pretty cool too, seeing him again. And I like how Marvel actually kept everything under wraps from damn near. Because I'm thinking Mordo's the guy that's gonna catch this fade with Steven, man. And you see how Steven actually pulled Mordo into fighting him to actually releasing him from his restraints. That was another thing that I actually liked about it. Because if anything, Steven realized, like, oh shit, if he's anything like the Mordo that I know, he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He's gonna have feeling like he's always gonna be second best to Stephen Strange, right? And so that's exactly how he freed himself from those restraints. He got into a bit of a squabble, freed his restraints, at least one cuff, and then show that there's still a linkage between the two of those brothers. Like I said, I really like Mordo's dreads too, his braids. It was pretty lit. I like seeing that. All right, love seeing the Black Captain Marvel too. It's pretty lit. And yeah, so I'm really just left wondering. Okay, also the Scarlet Witch was actually she was she was consoled, because with the Scarlet Witch she just wanted to be loved. She wanted to feel loved. She just wanted to be with her boy. So she would often multi-jump. She would dream walk. into the lives of the various multiverse Wanda lives as a mother, because she never had the chance to actually be with her kids. Now, mind you, Scarlet Witch is taking over. Wanda Maximoff is completely gone. She's under her rubble, in which we saw Charles Xavier trying to get her free from. RIP to my boys. Like I said, that's one of the things that I kind of didn't like about that. You know, Charles Xavier is an extremely powerful mutant. I'm not saying that he's undefeated. I mean, the Phoenix destroyed him, which makes you wonder who would win in a fight between the Phoenix and the Scarlet Witch. Comment down below what you guys think about who would win in that fight. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys all for watching. I'm sorry it's a lengthy one, but there was just so much that I wanted to cover and so forth. I love y'all, man. And I will get back to my videos whenever I can, guys. Life is just being in topsy-turvy. I'm trying to balance it all out. I love y'all. Peace and love. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out.